Trading has closed on the 11th of January 2022. We always start things off by going over our rules. Why that moved, I don't know. It's my trading plan for tomorrow, Wednesday the 12th. Just remember, it's my plan. I can be wrong, and any trade you make should be at your own risk. Look for the pattern with the early low. This is it. Tends to be a rally a day with a high in the final hour. We got that. The pattern also has a rule that if there's early weakness, more weakness tends to ensue, even if you get a rally the rest of the day. I'm going to call this early weakness, although it isn't as clear as I would like. What you really wanted to do is to clear yesterday's late high early to show the move had strength. Instead, we dropped over 30 handles. We were up all night, went out of the way to close in the red and took a sizable drop. Nothing works every time, but I would expect more weakness after an early drop like this one. We did have an ultimate sell signal early in the morning. That's enough to satisfy it. You don't really have to get more. And there was another signal for a long in the afternoon, but the minimum target printed immediately, and you didn't have to go as high as you did. The general idea is that we're in a decline from an all-time high, which I think is going to stay around for a while. And we think we're in wave blue C down. Now we had 5 waves down that were close to being a C equal to A. Doesn't have to be exact, and we came within 12 points or so. That might be close enough, but usually it's closer. So although you don't have to stop here, I'm still thinking we're still in wave C. Won't be proven wrong until we take out some of these highs. If this is A and that's B, we have an ABC, and C is exactly equal to A, and it ends right in the 4th wave of lesser degree. So it doesn't have to stop here as far as rallies go, but it's a common place for it to stop. And if it stops, one common occurrence would be for a wave black C to be equal to wave black A. If that happens, gives us a target in the high 4480s. That's quite a drop. Now right now what we're calling an incomplete blue C didn't have a relationship to wave blue A. But if we do drop to this level in about 4487 and change, you can see there'd be a perfect fib relationship between blue A and blue C. Blue A would be 78.6% of blue C, and that would fit. So I don't know if this high is going to hold or not. I don't know if that's the end of black B or if it's A or B or what. But I'm going to be looking tomorrow. My plan for tomorrow is to see if this high holds. If it breaks significantly, all this beautiful pattern is going to be killed. But if this pattern holds and we start dropping, I think it's reasonable to look for one target, maybe not the only one, but a target down in about 4487. Now, none of this has to work, but it's a very pretty pattern. And if it starts acting weak, at least I know where my stop is, just over this high. And I have a target very far down, over 200 handles. So the risk-reward ratio is pretty good, and the stop is pretty close as I'm speaking. So tomorrow's pattern has the early low. It could gap up. There's strong Fibonacci resistance at today's high. It's not required to hold, but if it holds, there's a wave count compatible with a strong decline beginning tomorrow. So tomorrow has the early low. Plan is to watch to see if this high holds. And if we start to drop, one of the counts has us going pretty far down, about 44.87 cash. And that's today's call.